My name is Heather. Standing in front of the dilapidated townhouse that was once my home, I watched as the bulldozer slowly reduced it to rubble. Weeks have passed since that fateful day, but the sense of liberation still lingers. It was a long, overdue end to a toxic relationship with my so-called family. Let me take you back to that Tuesday evening. I was returning home with 2 bags of groceries, looking forward to a quiet night. But when I inserted my key into the lock, it hit a wall. The lock had been changed, a clear sign of rejection. At that moment, my phone buzzed with a text from my mother, Diana. "We need space. Leo is the man of the house now. You can come back when you learn respect." I was stunned, but I didn't lose my cool. Instead of making a scene, I placed the groceries on the mat and walked back to my car. Sitting in the driver's seat, a coldness enveloped me. It wasn't anger or sadness. It was a numbing cold that seeped from my chest to my fingertips. I looked at the townhouse where the lights were on. I could imagine Leo and Diana inside, celebrating, thinking they had finally gotten rid of the problem child. Little did they know, they had just made the biggest mistake of their lives. I took out my phone and opened my banking app. There was the monthly standing order of $3,500 labeled household support. Without hesitation, I canceled it. Then I froze the supplementary platinum card I'd given Diana for emergencies. She always misused it on luxury items. Within seconds, notifications of declined transactions popped up on my phone. They were using my money to celebrate my eviction, but not anymore. I drove away from the townhouse and checked into a suite at the downtown Grand Hotel. I turned off my phone, craving silence. In the quiet hotel room, I reflected on my situation. I'm a freelance interior designer, and for the past 3 years, I've been the breadwinner of the family. I worked long hours, often taking calls in the middle of the night. I sacrificed my own comfort and missed important events to pay for everything. My family always made me feel like a burden, spreading the lie that I was living off a non-existent family trust. In reality, I was the one who had worked hard to buy this townhouse. I'd put every cent of my savings into the down payment, and the deed was in my name. I realized I'd been trapped in a cycle of learned helplessness, thinking that if I kept giving, they would eventually appreciate me. But love doesn't work that way. Over the next 3 days, I watched from afar as they tried to navigate life without me. I created a fake Instagram account to see what they were up to. Leo posted a selfie in my master bathroom, bragging about taking the throne. Diana walked through the living room, filming my belongings as if they were trash. And then came the endless texts asking for technical help, like the Wi-Fi password and how to fix the thermostat. They were completely helpless without me. On Friday morning, I met with my forensic accountant, Ethan. His office was a haven of calm compared to the chaos at home. He slid a file across the desk, looking intrigued. As I opened it, I discovered a shocking truth. For years ago, before I bought the townhouse, Diana had taken out a large predatory commercial loan to fund Leo's failed business. She'd forged a guarantor document to attach the loan to my property. The $3,500 I'd been paying was interest on that loan. The real blow came when I saw a document from the Homeowners Association. Leo, in his eagerness to get clubhouse access, had signed a declaration of primary tenancy the day after they locked me out. Unknowingly, he had taken legal responsibility for the now defaulted loan. Ethan told me the bank would notify him within 48 hours. That evening, I went back to the townhouse. Leo, Diana, and their friends were having a party with my furniture and my credit. I rang the doorbell with Officer Thompson beside me. When Leo opened the door, I handed him an envelope containing the deed, the loan default notice, and the HOA form. As he read, his face turned pale. "There is no trust. I bought this house and I stopped paying the loan. Since you claimed residency, you now own the debt," I told him. The wine glass fell from his hand. "How much?" he whispered. $182,000 plus interest. Diana started screaming at me to fix it, but I'd had enough. I told her the truth. She'd treated me as an investment, and that investment was over. Officer Thompson announced they had to leave, and I added that I'd already sold the house and the developer wanted it empty by midnight. Weeks later, as I settled into my small loft, I felt a newfound freedom. Leo's credit was ruined, and they ended up in a cramped apartment near the train station. Diana took a part-time job at a local store, and Leo worked double shifts to pay off a debt he could never fully escape. Cutting off my family was the best decision I ever made. It was a matter of survival, and I finally learned that I could fly on my own.